And so then Hannah asked, what does fighting for your marriage look like after your spouse has filed for divorce? Should I go along with what he wants so we can end on amicable terms, or prolong the settlement and risk ending it badly? Hannah, first of all, I would say, think about the pushes we've talked about. If you're doing things to annoy him, I would recommend you don't do that. If you're doing things for vengeance, I'd recommend you don't do that. If you're doing things because you're trying to control him, I'd recommend that you don't do that. But if you're standing what you believe in, yeah. Can there be value in dragging out a divorce? If there's actually a strong emotional connection with another person that's leading your spouse away from you, there can at times be value to drag out the divorce because of the fact that that emotion eventually is going to fade. But you have to balance that out with, okay, if I drag out the divorce, make it longer and longer and longer, hoping that other emotion fades, if at the same time you're doing things that increase more and more negative emotions toward you, like you're just trying to annoy me, you're just trying to control me, and they really are not saying that just to manipulate you, you can tell they really, really feel that, then whatever advantage you gain in dragging out the divorce, you may lose in such the negative attitude that they develop toward you because you're honestly, truly trying to control them. So this, well, as in many of the things we talk about, it's more of an art than a science. Sometimes you have to get the basic principles, try to understand them as best you can, and then figure out how to apply them. That's why, by the way, I'll try to say that correctly. A few years ago, we added coaches to our staff. And these are people who will not tell you what to do. You can't call and say, should I do this? Should I do that? They're people that if you wanted to work with them, you can call, set up relationships with them, and they will listen. The first session, they'll try to understand as much about you as they possibly can. And then if you're trying to make a decision like this, again, they will not tell you what they do, but they'll help you think it through. They'll ask you a lot of questions. And sometimes that can be a great value, is having somebody ask the right questions so you come to a conclusion as to what you should do. And sometimes they'll help you think through the potential consequences. Okay, if you do that, what's the likelihood of this? What's the likelihood of that?